do this video. So I want to make sure that you know what is the purpose of this video. It's not my intention to hurt anybody's feelings. I want to be very respectful and compassionate for everyone involved in my personal story. I also want to make sure that I tell my truth, I tell my experience and my personal point of view, how I see this situation that I have. That is in the similar situation as I was. So first I'm going to talk about my twin flame. So I was 23 years old when I met him for the first time. It was my first serious relationship. I didn't I was in love one time, but I wasn't in a serious relationship. And I must admit that I didn't have any life experiences. I didn't have a lot of experiences. I was quite naive. I was young. But the main reason why I got in this quite toxic situation is that because I felt so in love with this person. Spiritually, emotionally, physically, I thought this person is the love of my life. So at that point of time, I didn't know the difference between unconditional love and sacrificing myself for the sake of this person and just don't have any self-esteem, self-worth, and completely crossed my boundaries, completely sacrificed myself. So when I got in this relationship, I was heavily manipulated. At the time, but I was manipulated to being not myself. I felt pressure to be not myself. So I felt huge pressure to dress certain way, to act certain way, and to please other person. I was in a really heavy codependent relationship. And I didn't know at the time that I was addicted to this person. It was an addiction. And I know it was a strong spiritual connection, and I rationalized this connection. I thought big love needs to have sacrifices, and I have to sacrifice myself for the other person. And I also didn't know that I had huge fear of abandonment. I was aware that I didn't want to leave this person, but I thought maybe if I leave this person, I will kill myself, not want to live anymore, because I was I thought I was in love, but I was attached to this person, so I didn't want to leave, even when the things went so toxic that the normal person reaction would be leave right now, just leave this person, don't ever come back. But I stayed. So I think we were living with this person maybe for 2 years. So we were living together another 3 years. So it was 5 year relationship, okay? So another 3 years it was in and out situation. We would come back together and living with this person. I've got pregnant. The sad truth is that I didn't want to get pregnant, but I thought I was. So I was manipulated, and it was a very strange decision. So I'm not going deep into my decision to get pregnant with this person. So after my firstborn, I made another decision to have another baby. So I have 2 kids with this person. So the first toxic thing that happened was manipulation and lies. I know that consciously maybe this person didn't want to manipulate me. He didn't have any like bad intentions towards me. It just happened. So I don't blame anyone in this story. I think that everyone, including me and this person, learned valuable lessons from this. So I'm not blaming anyone here. But at the time I felt victimized by the circumstances. I felt just betrayed. I felt so heartbroken that when I knew that I was manipulated. So how I was manipulated? I was in a relationship, had few women in his life. During our committed relationship, he emotionally cheated on me. So basically what happened, he flirted with other women. He had a few that I know, a few relationships with women that I didn't know at the time. So he was not telling me that he is talking with other women. And I mean by the phone. And face to face. He was meeting other people. Even the week before I had to give birth to my child, he was meeting other women. And even though it might be not like romantically, but still he was meeting, and he didn't tell me that he was meeting this woman. So this information just came very recently, like maybe a couple months ago. I just found out this. But also I knew that something was wrong. I knew that there are red flags, but I ignored it because I was so in love. I didn't want to know the full truth, and people around me were saying, look, like he is lying to no, he doesn't lie to me. He's a good person, because I only saw the good traits in him. I only pictured himself as an angel in my head. I didn't want to see the dark sides of his personality. Okay, another thing that we had a lot of problems. We had many arguments together, when, especially in the first year of our relationship, it got to the point able to just communicate what we are feeling. It was so toxic. We were not able to have common ground with each other. and we tried to talk with each other, but during the whole relationship I feel like this person was not emotionally available, and maybe but I'm not again blaming him, because I think that the reason why he was not emotionally available is that he didn't have such an emotional intelligence as that I have. Like, I'm superwoman or something, I'm superhuman, but you have to be on the same page, and you have to know how to communicate, and you have to have a similar communication styles to be together as a couple. So we didn't communicate well, and this person didn't want to, my twin flame didn't want to even talk about heavy subjects. Always